I have collaborated with Skip and Esther, or mom and dad, because they are my parents, and I am very fortunate to be their son. They're such role models to me in so many incredible ways of what it means to be great people, of what it means to be great parents, of what it means to be great community members and great citizens. They're role models to me in all those ways.
And you find out what a great partnership they have and what a great comfortable relationship they have. I don't believe I've ever been involved with anything with Skip that wasn't included with Esther. And Skip and Esther have always been a benefit since I met him in my life.
Skip and Esther became our friends almost as soon as we moved onto their street. The two families, it seemed like we were always doing things together.
Well, the greatest thing about Skip and Esther is they're a tremendous amount of fun. Esther Oppenheimer is one of the best neighbors and friends anybody could ever ask to have.
She's a great supporter of the arts. She served on the Boise Art Museum board. She mentored me onto that board, and I've gained a great deal from my association with the Art Museum.
If you look at the positions that Skip and Esther have held outside of Idaho, but in a very strategic and important function for the United States of America, that's got to tell you what their reputation is like and why you want them to be your leader in whatever you're doing.
The common thread of collaborating with Skip is that you know to follow his lead. If Skip is doing it, I know it's going to be fine. And it's so comforting to a volunteer and to other volunteers to know that there's somebody who's going to lead the deal.
We didn't work on our differences. We worked on solutions. When I became governor, Skip had been the epicenter of creating a group called Idaho Business for Education. And it was a group of nerds, including Skip. Their underlying understanding was that how important it was to have an educated people. Probably could have borrowed the phrase from Ben Franklin, that a well-educated citizenry is our first line of defense over any form of tyranny. If you can't enslave the mind, you can't enslave the body. We all agreed that a well-educated workforce, a well-educated people, should be our prime responsibility and effort.
I really admire Skip and enjoy him so very much because he approaches life with a sense of wonder, and he just brings such amazing energy to every single thing that he does. It's just perfect that he's married to Esther, who sparks creativity in people, and I know she's done that for Skip.
I think the major role anybody can play in establishing civility is sincerely listening and figuring out where the differences are, and then comfortably and in a pleasant environment, discussing those differences. I would talk to him about these things. And the fact that he may have supported my opponent, who was a strong Democrat, was fine with me. I knew how he felt about me. Didn't care about my politics. And Skip and I have had some disagreements on that, but you know, I'm convinced he's consistently wrong, and and I'm consistently right. But I don't believe Skip and I have ever had a harsh word between us.
Civic engagement is important first because Mom and Dad have taught me what civic engagement is and been such role models on that front. And I think it's honestly more important now than ever. And it's important because I think that the right kind of civic engagement comes from a place of just really wanting to make the communities that we all live in better. And I think what Mom and Dad have done in Boise is started from a place of not what's in it for them, but what's in it for the community.
And then, of course, their great devotion to their children and grandchildren. I just love them. It really encapsulates their good humor, their devotion to family, which is unsurpassed. But it's a lot of fun being around them.
My parents' love for Boise specifically and the state of Idaho is so incredibly deep and authentic.
Boise, Idaho would not be what it is today without Skip and Esther.
Shining examples of what you want your community to be like, what you want your leadership, whether it's in business or politics or education or whatever, what you want your leadership to represent instead of the fight, the collaboration and the success stories.
Both have such pride for the city of Boise and the state of Idaho, and love telling anybody that will listen about how wonderful Boise is whenever we're not in Boise.
They embody civility, kindness, openness. They never fail to greet people with great warmth, to listen. They know how to bring people together. And to me, that is a great civic virtue. It's civic engagement.
And also how they will then say, well, how do we make it even better? And that's a big part of what civic engagement is, and I think why they're such amazing role models in that respect.
So Skip and Esther, congratulations on receiving this Ed and Dottie Stimson Award.
From the bottom of my heart, you are the most deserving recipients of the Ed and Dottie Stimson Award. I know we are all so proud of you, and for once, you must accept this and not try to shed the light on other people. This is for you too.
Just by the previous recipients, you can tell of the caliber of folks, Skip and Esther, that have been honored with this. And I'm so proud to see you join that long list of success and that long list of community service to the state of Idaho and the city of Boise. But most of all, Skip, as I've told you many times, and Esther, I love you. You guys are wonderful.
I'm so proud of you, Mom and Dad. I think you are so incredibly committed to civic engagement, to the city of Boise, to being good humans, good parents, and congratulations. Very proud of you.